Welcome to Kettle and Brew. Today, we're going to ask the question, if you're a coffee drinker, are you drinking your way to heart disease? We will review a recent study that examines this question. Coronary artery disease, heart failure, and strokes are among the top causes of death from heart disease in the U.S. A large study published in February of 2021 in the journal Circulation Heart Failure reports that coffee might be beneficial for reducing these heart risks. The study was conducted by Dr. David Cow and colleagues who analyzed data using 3 large datasets. These were from the Framingham Heart Study, the Atherosclerosis Risk in Communities Study, and the Cardiovascular Health Study. Altogether, the data include responses for 21,000 adults in the U.S., and each adult had data for at least a decade. The researchers discovered that people who drink at least a cup of coffee a day have a decrease in long-term heart failure risk. Furthermore, the risk of heart failure in the data decreased from 5 to 12% per cup per day of coffee, compared with no coffee consumption. Data on risk factors from the Atherosclerosis Risk in Communities study showed that people who drank 2 cups or more of coffee per day had about a 30% lower risk to suffer from heart failure. Interestingly, these benefits from drinking coffee seem to be due to its caffeine. The researchers found that decaffeinated coffee was associated with either no health benefit on heart failure or actually an increase in heart failure risk. Dr. Cow says, quote, "The association between caffeine and heart failure risk reduction was surprising. Coffee and caffeine are often considered by the general population to be bad for the heart because people associate them with palpitations, high blood pressure, etc. The consistent relationship between increasing caffeine consumption and decreasing heart failure risk turns that assumption on its head," unquote. The researchers go on to say that this doesn't mean that you shouldn't give up smoking or that you can just be a couch potato if you down gallons of coffee. Instead, coffee might be viewed as a complement to other healthy behaviors, like exercise, to improve your cardiovascular health. Also, note that these potential benefits in reducing heart failure risk are unlikely to extend to processed drinks with caffeine like energy drinks or that gigantic cup of Frappuccino at your local corporate coffee joint, due to their high sugar content and other questionable ingredients. Lastly, very excessive caffeine can backfire, leading to jitters and poor sleep, which are also probably not great for health in the long run. While the study findings are very intriguing, more research is needed to establish a causal link between caffeine and heart disease. Furthermore, the study was unable to differentiate between type of coffee, for example, percolated versus French press versus espresso, or the exact amount of caffeine levels people were drinking. Coffee consumption was self-reported, and the accuracy of the data is only as good as people's ability to recall the details of their consumption. Nevertheless, the takeaway from this study is that if you're a coffee lover, there's little reason to stop or switch to decaf. Caffeinated coffee may actually be beneficial for cardiovascular health. Thank you for checking out our video. If you want to see more videos on the coffee industry and coffee-related studies, please give us a like. Also, subscribe so you don't miss another video with information and tips on living a health-forward lifestyle.